Hello and welcome back to T-Moe's World and to week 6 of season 4 in 2025. We are at the Red Bull Ring in Austria with the Indy NXT series fixed, trying to race the Dallara IL-15 for the first time. This car is new with season 4 in 2025. I only heard good things about this car and I needed a short distraction from the GT3 races anyway. So I thought I would give this a try at a track that I already know. We have been here a few weeks ago with the GT3 and that was quite fun. I like the track. It has a few tricky turns in it, of course. And while practicing with the Dallara IL-15 here, I noticed this car has quite a lot of power and speed and this doesn't leave much room for error. I did 3 races here and I will give you a short summary of each of them, trying to keep it as short and crisp as I can. So I hope you like this video, and if you do, please give a like and consider subscribing. That would be greatly appreciated. And with that, see you after the intro. In the Indy NXT series we have a rolling start, and in the first race I qualified on position 10 out of 18 racers in this split, and let's see how the start goes. Already in the first turn I messed it up big time. I totally missed my braking point. Let's see that incident from another point of view. Yeah, that also doesn't make it better, so maybe I should have put some more time into practice. Sorry guys. Luckily I only got very little damage. I think the right side of my front wing was a little bit damaged, but it wasn't enough to justify a pit stop. At the exit of this turn you really have to be careful with the throttle or else you will spin this car. You see how much dirt there is already on my visor, so I tore it off here. In this turn I missed the apex, I was too fast, or my tires were too cold, or my front wing was too damaged, I don't know. But that's something I had to adapt to. So as much as I messed it up in the first turn, I was quite lucky to still be on position 11 after 1 lap. And that didn't change until lap 5, when Boris lost control over his car in the first turn. As I'm entering the first turn, you can see he's still on the right hand side. So also at the end of turn 1 you have to really be cautious with the throttle, or else you'll spin this car. And so do these guys synchronously in turn 2. What a beautiful view from my cockpit perspective when I gain one more position. Jumping ahead to lap 8 of 15, I'm close behind Tim, who spins his car in the first turn. Let's take another look at this. Pretty close, but thankfully nothing has happened. But now Boris is really close behind. And he passes me here, so let's take another look at this. I was really frightened here he would crash into me, so I rather got an off track here than having him crash into me. And that's it for race number 1 with this car. I finished on P9, not too good, not too bad. Also my ratings really didn't change much. So on to race number 2. In race number 2 I qualified on position 8, and in this split, which I think was the only split, there were only 11 drivers, one of them being Adrian Kulleside from Norway, who qualified on pole with a 7.5k iRating. It's not often I race with such highly rated racers, but anyways, the strength of fields is only 1.6k, so no excuses for me here. Turn 1 really much better than in the first race. I had this one very eager driver behind me. I let him pass. I really didn't want any crashes here. Some close racing going on here. That was really fun. A great race really so far, as we have the first lap in the books. Let's hope it stays that way. Skipping ahead one lap, nothing really changed apart from the sun coming out. But oh no, I lost control here. I don't know really why. Maybe my rear wheel touched the curbs, or I got distracted by the driver in front of me going off track. Anyway, I lost one position and now Jim is right behind me. And he takes his opportunity here. Note that this car also has a push to pass button, so for a limited amount of time you get some extra power. I think I use this button right here. Let's see if that works out. No, it didn't. I flinched. I really have too much respect of this turn. So now I'm on position 8, which should be a good thing, but it's the last position. But let's take a look at the driver on pole, Adrian, the 7.5k iRating driver. Let's jump into his cockpit for one lap, which is actually his fastest lap of the race, and of course the fastest lap of the whole race. Enjoy the ride. If you watched closely, you have seen that he is using the push to pass button occasionally. And what a great lap that was. And that's it for this race. I finished on position 7. Actually, there seem to be 3 racers behind me somehow. I lost some iRating, but at least I gained some safety rating. And with that, let's get it on with the third and last race. I qualified on position 13 of 16 drivers, and before we even could get started, this happened. Let's take a look from another point of view. The car in front of me really slowed down much. I had to brake, and that guy behind me didn't even see it, it seems. Let's take another look. You can see I had to brake quite heavily. There wasn't really much I could have done to avoid this. Of course, I lost some positions already. You can see in front, other drivers have problems as well. And I had no choice other than trying to get at least one lap done and then get into the pits if necessary. At this point in time, I really didn't even notice my front wing was gone, but clearly I noticed that the car didn't drive as expected. It's a small wonder that driver didn't pass me, but I think he didn't notice that I had no front wing anymore. Actually, the driving wasn't too bad, surprisingly. I only had to be cautious in the turns, of course. Clearly that was an off track, and I think now even the driver behind me has recognized that something is off with my car. So I really had to go into the pits, and I was just hoping that the repairs wouldn't take too long. The repairs took a little bit more than half a minute, but that was of course enough for almost the full field being one lap or even more in front of me. So really no chance to gain anything here, and let's jump into lap 6, where I lost control over the car in turn 1. Hey, but the good thing is, however long it took me here to get out of this mess, I didn't lose any more positions, as there wasn't any driver behind me left on the server. Jumping into lap 11, can you believe it? I gained one more position as Rafael was in the pits. And that's it for this race and this video. I finished on position 17 with a big loss in safety rating as well as in iRating. Driving the Dallara IL-15 really feels great, I must say. So I'll be back. If you like this video, please give a like, consider subscribing. It will be greatly appreciated. And with this, thank you for watching and bye bye.